Hey, what's up? It's TJ here, and this is the Camera Hacks, bringing you the best tools and resources to help you grow as a filmmaker or photographer. Today, we're going to talk about how I made $30,000 off of one videography project, and these are the 4 tips that can help you do the same. Okay, so first, a little bit of background on this project. I was hired to do a video shoot, which consisted of making 9 videos, which were 360 videos. This is kind of a niche kind of project here where a lot of people don't really do 360 videos, or it's kind of hard to find people who can provide this type of work. I actually got this client originally from a friend who works at the company and knew of my work and recommended me for some of the odd jobs that they had. They needed some video work, and I was able to provide some video work for them in the past. So for this client, I've done 1 or 2 videos before. For this particular project, they had already hired someone to do it in the past. So they actually had someone film this before, and it didn't come out the way that they wanted it to. So I had a lot of things kind of going in my favor. One of which was that I've already worked with the client. And the other thing was that they had a project not go so well in the past. So typically for a project like this, a client coming to me asking me to do videos, 9 videos in total, I'll probably charge around $1,000 to $1,500 per video, and it'll probably come around to $10,000. Now, I could have settled there and made the $10,000, which actually wouldn't have been $10,000 if you take away the time, the effort, and also some of the items that I'll have to purchase to get the project done. I probably would have made around $4,000 or so, maybe $5,000, you know, paying for assistants, paying for equipment, just things to actually get the job done. You have an overhead price. But instead of just doing that, what I decided to do was just go a little bit further. Just ask a few questions and figure out what the client really needed and why were they coming to me when they just had someone else do the same project for them a while ago. So in asking those questions, I found a lot about the client. I found out a lot about the project. It allowed me to understand what the problem was and also understand how to provide a solution for them. So instead of just sending them a quote or proposal for doing just the video work, I decided to send them a proposal for doing the entire project. Basically, here's what it would cost if I just did the video work, and here's what it would cost if I just did the entire project for you and just took it all off your hands. So basically, my project was just a piece of a larger project, and they would be taking my work and integrating it into the larger project. So in the end, the client decided to go with my larger proposal. Why? Because I was able to understand what they needed and how to provide the solution for them. And they felt like going with one person was probably better than going with multiple people and trying to put it together themselves. So here are my 4 tips of how I did this. The first thing is to show that you're capable of doing quality work. In most cases, clients are more willing to work with you or more willing to pay more if they see that you have quality work. This may be in the form of portfolio or maybe in the form of previous work that you've done for the client. That's why it's always important to make sure that when you're doing work with the client that you are providing them the best quality you can and making sure that they are completely satisfied with what you're providing them. Now, this is an investment. I did smaller projects for them and I did them at good quality and I did it in a timely manner, and I made the process so quick and easy for them that they understood that I could provide this service in a quick, easy, and professional manner. The second thing you need to do is meet in person or talk over the phone. A lot of times things can get lost in just text and email conversation. You want to make sure that you get a good idea of what the client needs and what the client wants, and you also want them to be very familiar with you. Be friendly with them, talk about things like, you know, what you do, and get to know them a little bit better. And this opens up the avenue for them to feel like, hey, they have a good relationship with you and that they can trust you to provide a good quality product. In this case, I met with the client multiple times. I came out anytime they needed to. I walked their campus and I met with them multiple times before I even presented any type of quote for them. So I had a little bit of time invested in them and the project. This also gave me an opportunity to provide value to them or additional value. And this additional value is just basically things like tips and tricks that they could use to help improve what they're doing or just their processes. services. I love to provide them with information that they may need and, not willing to ask for. A good example is just providing contacts for other people. Maybe it's photographers or videographers or audio people who you know in the industry that can help them out in other areas. Provide recommendations for equipment or gear or things that they can use in their industry to help them out. So meeting in person allows you to add and understand the value that they can't really have over the phone or really have over text or email. So the next thing you can do is listen and ask questions. This allows me to sit down in person with them and really listen to what the problem is. I'm listening for what they're saying, but I'm also listening for what do they really mean by saying what they're saying. Do they mean that they just need a video, or do they need a little bit more than a video? What is the problem they have and how can I solve it? Not only through video, but by having and giving them some type of value other than video. And most of the time that value is making sure that the video serves its purpose. So it's one thing to just make a video for a client. It's another thing to make a video that solves a problem that the client has. Maybe it's them getting clients, or maybe it's them getting more inquiries or getting more emails or phone calls. Making sure you understand the client's needs and making sure the client understands that you're there to solve the problem and supply them with the needs that they have. And the fourth and final tip is to make sure that you provide something other than video. So honestly, if you want to make more money doing video, you have to add more skills. It can't just be video alone. Video alone is priceless, and it is an art form that people are willing to pay for. But the problem with just providing video is that a lot of people don't understand the value of video. In some cases, people are more willing to pay for other things outside of video, not really understanding how powerful the medium of video is. For instance, if I just make a video for you, but I don't provide anything like advertisement or a plan to actually roll out the videos or the content in a way that's going to be effective, then the video is just a video. If I give you a video and you don't know how to implement or promote that video, then the video really doesn't mean or do anything for you as a client. So adding additional services outside of video allows you to increase the price that you can charge and also increase the value that you're providing to your client. The client really doesn't care how much they pay as long as they get that money back through whatever they're paying it for. It's an investment for them. So if you can tell them that, hey, it's going to cost $50,000, but you're going to make $100,000 if you pay me $50,000. You have to understand how to relay that information to the client and make sure that they understand that you have their best interest in mind and that the video you're providing and the other services that you're providing are going to be in their best interest. So I hope those tips helped you. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.